Accepting which, you know what, yes, I can analyze, I can do that, but I'm not making any money. So that means there's something I'm doing wrong, but it can't be analyzing because that seems to be working out fine. So I accepted that, you know what, I needed by like taking accounts from $10 to maybe like $50. Yeah. That's how I started. With that money, that one, it hit me because at the time I really had like nothing else at the time. So
I think at some point that you're going to lose that money, or what was happening?
I didn't think.
Really?
I didn't think, because what I had in my account.
What's up, traders? Welcome to another installment of Market Masters Out and About edition with myself, Nqobile Tembane from Top Traders South Africa. This season is sponsored by Exness, an international multi-asset broker which is also licensed right here in South Africa. On this show, I sit down with the most prominent and talented traders in the industry, and we have chats on all things trading. What's up, guys? It's Nqobile from Top Traders South Africa, and you guys know what this is. It's Market Masters Out and About, and we're going out to all the traders, different locations, different places, their favorite spots and all that. And today I'm joined by another female traders. You know, this season, guys, I've been sitting down with a lot of female traders, guys, and it's been good so far. I'm chilling with Mbali, known as Mbali Moks on Instagram, right?
Yeah.
Mbali Moks. What does the Moks stand for?
It's my surname cut short, so my surname is Mokoena. So Moks is like cutting that in half.
Okay, that's cool. Yeah, so you're here. You've been trading for a very long time, I believe.
Yeah,
so, right?
I've been in the game.
You've been in the game. Since 2016.
Late 2016, going into 2017. Yeah. That's when I started like finding out about Forex and knowing what it is basically.
No, but that's cool though. But like, what was like so what were you doing at the time when you heard about Forex?
At the time I was studying architecture at UJ.
Okay. Did you ever finish?
No. I never finished. I think I dropped out, but indirectly. I just had a minor admin issue that could have been solved, but I chose not to solve it because I had seen what Forex could do for me. I was like, I'm not going to solve that. I'm just going to move on to this thing. But I was studying, the first time I heard about Forex, I was studying architecture at UJ. I was doing my second year. I was doing my second
So what happened? Did you go to a seminar, or what happened, or what was going on?
So I've always been a curious person. And I think by nature, I always want to find things that are going to make me money. So I actually started with network marketing. And then that's sort of where I found out that you could actually make real money online by using, different social media platforms. And then from there, it integrated into Forex. That's where I found out that you can make money while trading Forex. But obviously, as someone who has no clue, you run into scammers, man. You run into people that are going to say, give me your money, I'm going to trade for you. You run into people that are going to say, I'm going to teach you and all that.
But like, what are your experiences there when it actually comes to like people scamming? So what you're saying right now is that you were scammed.
Once.
What happened there? So,
I don't know if I can mention names.
You don't know.
But at UJ in 2016, there was this guy. He even bought a BMW X1, a white one.
Was he a student?
He was a student also. He was a student also in DFC. So I had found out about Forex, but then I didn't know where to go, so I paid for lessons. He never showed up.
Really?
He told me that one of his I'd assume mentors would meet me, would do the lessons, but it never happened. But I never gave up. I just continued going from there.
Okay, now that's cool. The fact that you continue to go even after this, you didn't lose heart though. That's a good thing.
It was very discouraging.
But because you were a student at the time though.
I was a student.
So, but how much did you pay?
It was $700.
$700.
Yeah, it was.
It's not.
When you're a student, it's money. When you're a student, $700 is a lot of money. I mean, you could survive for like 2 weeks on that. that money.
Yeah, that's true.
So I paid him $700 and then it never happened, but I never lost heart.
Okay.
I guess it's because of my very strong desire to succeed. I never really gave up.
Yeah, no, that's cool. But obviously, what I'm fully aware from our conversation that we had is that you are somebody who did it on your own.
Yeah, well, not entirely.
Not entirely,
but my foundation.
Yeah.
So after that, I didn't trust anyone. Obviously, you wouldn't trust anyone.
Yeah.
Then I started looking for information. You know, online there's a lot of information, but then the problem comes with using information that works.
Yeah.
So part of the reason why my journey was this long was because I had a lot of information, but then I did not know how to use it. Or I had a lot of information that didn't work. I just didn't know how to filter it down to something that really works. Yeah.
But how did you get to a point of actually deciding what to filter out, what to filter in? Like, obviously, because like you said, the internet is there, all this information is available to you, but how do you actually decide? At which point did you decide, okay, now this I'm filtering out, this I'm filtering in?
Okay, that's when I met Dr. Martin.
Okay.
So he gave me a few touch-ups here and there, and then that's when I started actually being consistent. That's where I could say it was a changing point from knowing everything but not benefiting anything from it, to knowing everything but then finding a way of benefiting. So after I met Dr. Martin and I joined Genesis, the gents, they helped me a lot.
So basically they kind of just like mentored you.
They just trimmed my, you know when a tree is big but it's not nice, they just trimmed me to what I am now.
No, but that's good though, that's good. So
Exness offers a free demo trading account for beginner traders to trade on. The demo account interface is ideal for traders who want to practice their strategies or learn to trade without incurring any trading risks or losses. You can practice trading in a 100% risk-free environment.
So obviously at school now, the admin issue comes. So you left school, like you didn't go. You decided that you're not going back.
Yeah, I decided the following year I wasn't going back.
Yeah, but were you making money when you decided that, hey, look?
At the time, I don't want to lie, I wasn't making money.
Yeah.
But I was just making, that 500 nyana. That you can just be like, mom, don't send me grocery money this week. I'll be fine. And she's like, why? I wasn't making money, but I had seen results of Forex paying people and Forex paying people that were close to me as well. So I'd say I had the guts to like just not go back to school because of what I'd seen. And not only from like social media or online, but I had seen people's lives change like in front of me after they started trading.
So you were like, even you were here.
I was like, me, I'm here. I was like, this education thing is not for me, so I'm just going to focus on this thing. And I don't want to lie, it took me a lot of time. But
what is a lot of time? What are we talking about here?
We're talking about, so I didn't go back from 2018.
Okay.
So we're talking about 2018, 2019.
Oh, yeah.
Those were the years where I was just like running around in circles. Running around in circles, knowing things but not knowing how to profit from them.
Yeah, but what were like your biggest challenges at this point,
At that point, I had to find a source of income because now I had dropped out, remember? I didn't want to come back home. So I taught myself how to design. And then I actually started a graphics design business. I started by doing logos, and then I started designing websites. So that's how I was funding my accounts, and that's how I was making money to just keep afloat during the month.
But that's a very interesting journey, like going, because usually a lot of people are like, no, use Forex to fund your other stuff, but you vice versa.
The thing is that I had a skill, right? Even though it wasn't Forex, I had a skill in design. And I needed something that was going to give me money so that I can still pursue Forex even though it wasn't paying me at the time. So sorry about that.
It's fine. We're in your hood right now.
Sorry guys, I'm very annoyed. So I needed something that was going to give me money so that I don't have to come back home. In architecture, I learned design. I learned a few design softwares from there. So I was like, okay, let me just do something. And then I designed a church logo for some guy. He liked it, and I was like, maybe if I try doing this, people are going to start paying me. And then I created a page, obviously, on Instagram and Facebook. People saw it. And then people started noticing that I got support from people around, church, when people start knowing that you're doing something. And then from there, I grew from there.
No, but that's great, though. The fact that you're like, hey, and as much as you've got one source of income now, you're like, let me create a second one. I needed something to help me, to boost me, because if I did not find something that was gonna give me money to survive, I was gonna be forced to quit. Because how am I gonna fund my account? How am I gonna, Because the money needs to come from somewhere.
Exactly. you need to fund your forex career before it begins. You need to fund it.
You need to fund it.
You need to fund it
to make money.
Exactly. In order to make money, you need money. So I told myself, you know what, if I don't find something that's going to pay me, then it's done. That means I failed in everything. I failed in school, I failed in, But today, it's a beautiful story.
It was a do or die thing.
It was a do or die thing. It was a do or die thing.
No, but that's great, though. So, obviously, now you're designing stuff, you're getting clients on that end. Now you're busy learning. But the thing is, we went over to 2018, but between 2016 and 2018, before you met Dr. Martin in 2018.
It was late 2018. Because when we relaunched Regenesis, it was mid 2019. At that time, I had known them for like half a year.
Okay, now that's great. So what I'm trying to understand is that, you were coming to the charts now, what were things that you were like struggling with the most?
Psychology was my biggest issue. Because sometimes you get a setup that's proper, but because of psychology, you might either enter late or you close too early or you over risk because the mind is not strong. So my biggest issue was psychology. I had the skills. I knew how to analyze. I knew how to, provide a setup that can make money. But because my psychology wasn't strong at the time, I never made any money. I never made any money. I'd have a setup, go to take profit, sometimes immediately, sometimes after 2 days or a week or whatever. But I was just not making money because my mind was not strong at the time. So I needed to get my mind fixed first.
So how did you get your mind fixed?
Sessions with Dr. Martin, spending time on my charts. I used to spend about 3 hours a day. Because remember, I was still in Joburg. I still had access to varsity. So I'd use the library. I'd go to the school library, but not go to school.
But you
I was still in Joburg.
You're still in Joburg.
So I'd go to the library. But when my friends are studying, I'm on my charts.
You're just learning.
I'm just learning. My friends are doing their exams. I'd help them cross nights while I'm on my charts. So we'd work together. We'd all go into the library, but they'd be studying and I'd be
you were just you were driven. You wanted this.
Tutorial here and there. Obviously you can't be glued to your screen for 3 hours straight, but obviously doing a lot of self-development, just motivating myself, obviously using YouTube videos and all those things that you find online.
That's great, though. That's great. So, you speak about psychology and all that, like, how did you end up overcoming that psychology of rather, can I say the lack of trading psychology?
Yeah, you can say that.
How did you attain that thing of, no, this is not working. What steps did you take? Now I need to...
Acceptance. I accepted that I can't. Because I feel like a lot of people don't want to accept when they can't do something, and that stops them from learning something that can actually help them do that. I started by accepting, yes, I can analyze, I can do that, but I'm not making any money. So that means there's something I'm doing wrong, but it can't be analyzing because that seems to be working out fine. So I accepted that, you know what, I need help. You know, so when I got offered help, I took it.
Yeah.
And then I relearned and unlearned. That's when I started.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there must have been, unlearning is like,
it's hard.
The hardest part.
It's the hardest part. It's the hardest part.
Yeah.
You know why? Because when you are learning, you are alone.
Yeah.
But when you are unlearning something, someone has to like teach you the right stuff. And then you have to ask yourself, what's matter, this person, then you start investigating their life and you're like, is it working for him?
Yeah,
Does he have 1, 2, 3, you know, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So basically, I just accepted that I can't do this thing. I'm struggling with this thing. I need help with it. And I got the help that I needed. Yeah. And I remained committed. I remained committed.
Yeah, that's good. So what was it? Do you remember your first deposits that you made?
I remember it was 500 rand I got for a logo. Because my logo was 500 rand.
Yeah.
So
you took all that money.
Yeah, I just took all that money, hoid it into the trading account.
Yeah.
Obviously, it was after paying my rent, you know, just getting the basics. And then I got a client, she needed a logo. I remember it was some lady from Katlehong.
Yeah.
She needed a logo. I did that logo. She paid immediately. She paid me before I did it.
Yeah.
By the time I finished the logo, I had already blown the account. By the time I finished the logo, I had already blown the account. So that was my first deposit.
The first deposit. What were you trading? Do you remember the trade?
I was trading USD ZAR.
USD ZAR.
I was trading USD ZAR.
Yeah,
I don't know what happened. It was around the times of Jacob Zuma, though.
Yeah.
Because something happened and then the market just went against me. But obviously, I over leveraged. I didn't use proper risks because, you know, psychology.
Yeah.
You think just because your analysis is proper, then nothing can go wrong. Then something goes wrong and the account is blown. Yeah.
That's cool. Talking about stuff that you trade, you call yourself the Queen of VIX 75.
Yeah. I got that name from my friend. Actually.
Is it? Yeah. So you trading synthetic indices.
Yeah. Right now I'm trading synthetics.
Synthetic indices. And how's it like? I dabble with them from time to time, and I know it's a. But how did you come to learning there, especially like trading those?
You remember when people started trading Nasdaq?
Yeah.
I struggled a lot with Nasdaq.
Is it?
So I was like, let me just find something that's not Nasdaq, but that's not currencies. Because at the time, I had the belief that currencies don't pay. I've grown to understand that currencies do pay. But at the time, I was thinking that currencies don't pay. So I just looked around and then I found volatility indices. That's how I started learning how to trade them. Yeah.
So you trading VIX 75? 75 exclusively.
Exclusively. I do check VIX 100, VIX 50, 1S sometimes, but 99% of the time it's VIX 75. Yeah. Because I believe if you focus all your attention into something, it's better than focusing on three different things, just master one thing. So I chose to master VIX 75.
And now you're the queen.
Now they call me the Queen of VIX.
Yeah, but I was going through your IG and I saw you've done some really nice stuff, taking accounts from like $80 to like $300, $400, $600. That's crazy though.
It's very crazy. I actually started by like taking accounts from $10 to maybe like $50. That's how I started before going to like taking an account from like 80 upwards.
But I think but what does it take? Like obviously learning an instrument, like a specific pair, spending time. Obviously we all know you need to spend time with it. But like, how did you do you feel like you've cracked of how it moves? Do you feel like you've cracked it yet, or is it just a thing, Jay?
I don't think I have a clear answer for that because market conditions change all the time. But because I've spent so much time with that instrument, I've learned to see when conditions change. that's the beauty of spending time with something that you're trading. You get to see when market conditions are changing, and when market conditions change, you get to find something that works for that new condition. Yeah, so that's how I do it.
Yeah, that's cool. You trade, you give out signals as well.
Yeah, I give out signals now.
Yeah, so what's it like giving out signals though? Like I need to ask this, like obviously there's a I'm anti-signal. You know, I just believe people must do it for themselves.
For themselves, okay.
Yeah. No, but it's a thing of like how do I ask this? When it comes to giving out signals, like how do you ensure that your clients are actually trading the right thing, or like, because I tend to believe like clients tend to do what they want to do.
Exactly. You know, it's like this: if you go into McDonald's, and you buy a burger, it's none of their business if you eat the burger or you throw the burger away.
Okay.
Do you understand?
No, I'm with you.
Yeah, not that I don't care about my clients, but if I provide a signal and the signal, well, most of my signals are win signals anyway. Okay. But if I've done my part, my part is to provide the signal. Yeah. If you are going to pay me for my signals, then that means you want to trade, right? So if you are not trading, that's an issue that you have as a person or as an individual. My side of the things is to just provide the signals. Yeah. So that's how I look at it. Oh, okay. That if I do the work on my part, then it's done. If someone is serious about trading, then they'll either follow the signals or they'll do whatever they want. Yeah. Keep in mind that people subscribe to signals for different intentions. There are people that subscribe because they believe in your work. There are people that subscribe because they want to see if you're real or not, based on probably your Instagram feed or what. And then there are people that just subscribe because they know you and they want to see if you're really working. So I can't give people intentions. If the intention is to trade, they will trade. If the intention is not to trade, then they won't trade.
Okay. Yeah. Beautiful answer.
Thank you.
Thank you. Well, I'm aware right now you're still a fresh mother.
Yeah, I am still a new mother. I'm still a new mom.
But like, how's that like whole transition been right now? Because right now what's happening is that you're a mom now. Yeah. Now you need to balance that and trading.
Yeah, I feel like that's the biggest challenge I've ever had to overcome in my life. Okay. Being able to balance motherhood and my work, because previously it was just me. I was rolling alone. I could work whatever time I want, sleep whatever time I want. Yeah. But then things changed, obviously, when I gave birth to my son. That was like 6 months ago. Okay. He's 6 months now. Yeah. It was really hard for me to balance because, number one, I didn't take a break, which was the biggest mistake I did. Yeah. I was supposed to give myself maybe 2-3 months after I gave birth for me to just, catch up and allow myself and my body to heal as well before I go back to work.
Basically giving yourself like a maternity leave.
Yeah. But because of I like to think of myself as self-employed. Yeah. So when you're self-employed, it's very hard for you to give yourself these things because now, remember, you have those clients that paid for signals and now they're on your neck. And also, you don't want to lose the momentum that you've built. So I didn't give myself time. That's the mistake that I did. But I realized after I had a burnout, because I had like a serious burnout where I couldn't function at all. And then I went back to the basics. I started self-development again, like I did it the first time around. I started doing that, and then now I'm back.
You're back.
Yeah, now I'm back. I'm back.
And no one's gonna stop you.
No, definitely no one's gonna stop me. Now I'm back. Yeah,
that's cool. But obviously that comes. You spoke earlier on. You spoke about having a good foundation.
Yeah.
Like, what does it actually take to build a strong foundation?
Sure. It takes commitment. Yeah. I think the biggest one is commitment, because if you're committed, then you are going to do the tasks that you're supposed to do, because building a foundation, it takes a lot of work. So, for instance, if you want to learn how to trade, it doesn't only take you looking at charts. You need to learn about risk. You need to learn about psychology. You need to be motivated and inspired generally as a person. You need to know yourself, know your personality. So for me, it was mastering myself first before I can even attempt to master something that I had never even known, because I never even started things like accounting. So financial terms, the entire financial world was like foreign to me. So learning from the beginning, it took a lot, but time and commitment are the biggest ones. Because if you can't give yourself time to do that, then obviously you're not going to do it. And if you can't commit to doing it on a regular, then also you set up for failure. Yeah,
that's so true, so powerful.
Thank you.
Of that smile.
Thank you.
Yeah, so do you know what your biggest loss was?
Sure. On a day?
No, like what I'm asking right now is that when you look back at your trading career right now, you go all the way back and you look, hey, I had a loss there, and when you look back at it,
and
like, this is the one that it doesn't have to be the largest amount you've lost, but just the point where you just like lost money, like, this is my biggest loss ever.
There was a time where I remember it was my first website client that I got.
Okay.
My website was 2.5 at the time.
Yeah.
I got that into markets.
Yeah.
I was trading NASDAQ.
Yeah.
I blew that money within, I think it was 2 days. And for me at the time, that was a lot of money because it was the first time I received such money at once. So everything that I used to do was like 300, 200, 500. So 2.5 at once, it was like 2.5. Yo. And then I funded with that money. I funded with that money. That one, it hit me because at the time I really had like nothing else at the time. So that's the loss that hit me. But I've lost bigger amounts obviously as time went on and I grew in trading. But that was the one loss that really made me not sleep.
Yeah, but like when you right now what you're saying is that you were busy funding like your 300 to 500.
Your 500 here and there.
Did you have a trading plan at the time?
I didn't. That was one of my problems as well. I didn't. So I'm a person that likes learning things as they go, and sometimes it's very risky and you lose money, you lose everything. So that 2.5, it taught me a lot. That's how I learned to accept failure, because at the time that was the money that I needed the most, but I blew it. So that's how I needed to learn to accept failure. Yeah,
that's tough.
I'm also shaking my head internally.
That's really that's deep. Right?
It's deep. Personal. For me.
but I think it's a very relatable thing what you're saying right now, because so many people out there, a lot of people are watching right now. People, not all of them, but there are people out there who, when they fund their accounts, they're funding with 500s right now. They fund with 2,000
I used to be there,
not big amounts, and somebody hearing your story that, hey, you blew 2.5, but you still were able to come back and come back and be like,
I used to be that person. And one thing about me, I learn from my mistakes, but I learn most things from other people's mistakes.
Okay.
So I appreciate having people that have journeys that they can share with me, that I can then also learn from things that they went through. So I learned from Stylish. Stylish used to trade 500 Rand accounts. I was also there. I was also there. So when he was doing that, I learned a lot from him to say, if you can have 500 Rand today and you can make 500 Rand today, that's something. What are you going to do with 10,000 Rand? I mean, you don't need it at that time. So if you can set a trading plan that can accommodate your current financial status, the thing is, people don't want to accept their financial statuses.
They trade outside of their financial status.
I mean, if you don't have, at that time, I didn't have a child. I'm an only child, by the way. So I don't have siblings that I have to think of to take care of. At that time, it was just me. My only responsibilities was just my rent. That's it. I just need to pay my rent or else I'm homeless. So if I had my rent covered, I appreciated any money that I make. So those 500 Rand here and there, it went a long way. And that's how you start growing.
Yeah, no, that's cool.
That's how you start growing. I mean, at that time, I don't know what I was going to do with 10,000 rand a day. I was probably going to lose my mind or something. Because it's money that I don't, like, I first wanted to function. If you can function and if you can run your life, then you can start, like, dreaming bigger and then growing gradually into that. You can't just, like, be a millionaire today. Like, it doesn't act like that. Even your mind is not prepared for that amount of money. You need to make those small mistakes that are going to teach you how to handle something bigger.
Yeah, so true. So that's how you get shows like I Blew It, whatnot.
Exactly.
Because people don't understand seeing this money for the first time.
Exactly. So I struggled alone for a long time. But then when I started interacting with people, I learned a lot from people's mistakes as well. And that helped me a lot.
Nah, that's perfect.
It helped me a lot.
That's beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah, so what's the best trade? Your best trade. You look at that one, you're like, yeah, no, I could see $1 million there.
No, I don't know if you remember, but there was this year where FNB gave people money. Like, people woke up with money in their accounts. Do you remember?
Yeah, no, I remember.
I woke up with 2,000 rand in my account.
Oh, you were one of those people?
Yes. I woke up with 2,000 rand in my account.
Yeah.
And I took 1,000 rand and I funded my account.
Okay.
Yeah. I funded my account with kids, and we were trading Nasdaq with Stylish again. Yeah, Stylish kids. We were trading Nasdaq. I took that account from 1,000 rand to about 60-something thousand rand in like 4 trading days. I think I funded on a Wednesday or something like that.
Yeah.
And then the following week, that account was sitting on 50-something, 60-something thousand. I don't remember the exact amount. That's the highlight of my trading career. Like, that trade is the one that made me to be like, you know what, I'm a trader. I'm a trader. That's that one trade that when I think about it,
What were you trading?
Nasdaq. Nasdaq.
But were you holding it for like
No.
Were you just going in and coming out?
Going in and coming out. So I took it from 1K to about 4K.
Okay.
From there, I took it to 11K.
Okay.
From there, those trades, they took me to like 50K.
Okay, but I need to break it down. You know, the reason why I want to break it down is that somebody's going to take 1,000 rand to 4,000 rand. Cool.
Yeah.
They're going to want to take 4,000 rand to 8,000 rand. Cool. And some people would advise that once you make 1,000 rand, 4,000 rand, take the money out, start again. So what was going in your mind that, I can take 1,000 rand to 4,000 rand, 4,000 rand to 11,000 rand, 11,000 rand all the way to 50? Did you not think at some point that you're going to lose that money, or what was happening?
I didn't think.
Really?
I didn't think, because what I had in my account at the time was the remaining 1,000. Because remember, FNP gave me 2,000.
Yeah.
So I only funded with 1,000. But also, it all comes back to trading plan, because at the time, I want to say I had woken up and I did have a trading plan.
Yeah.
So that account that I funded on, it was the account that my target was actually 100K.
Okay.
So I didn't set a time for myself to say I'm going to take this to 100K in one day.
Yeah.
I gave myself like 3 months to say, okay, the next time I fund, you know, when you're broke and you're planning, you're like, you know what, when I fund, this is the last time I'm funding. You know, so I had told myself prior to that, the next time I fund, I want to take it to 100K. So when I started trading, it was a winning week. That week was a winning week. I don't want to lie. It was a winning week. So I was like, okay, let me just continue trading this account, because if I need something, I do have that 1K. I mean, I wasn't living an expensive life at all. So I had that 1K that was waiting for me. So I was like, okay, you know what? I'm just going to trade this account to 100K. But I never did that. I saw 50K for the first time and I withdrew. I withdrew that money. I didn't get to 100K. I withdrew it.
No, okay, that's cool. That's really cool though. And that's so relatable though. But you're being very ballsy though, like to want to go 1,000 rand to 100K. Yeah,
I feel like, I like taking risks. And if a trade doesn't give me adrenaline, it's not the one. Like, it must give me that.
It must make you shake.
I like adrenaline. So that's why I like trading aggressively.
Okay. Yeah. No, that's cool. So we're at the end of the interview now.
Okay.
Yeah, no, perfect. Thank you so much for
No
inviting
problem.
us to your hood. We're in
Witbank.
I call it Witbank. Some people call it Witbank, and the woke people call it Emalahleni.
Emalahleni. Yeah, we're in Witbank.
Yeah, we're in Witbank.
Yeah,
I'll continue to call it Witbank.
I'll forgive you for that.
Yeah, no, thank you so much for inviting us to come here and just sit with you and just, pick your brain about some things.
Thank you.
But before I let you go, I need you to give advice to mothers who want to trade as well,
Mothers who want to trade.
Mothers who are trading, mothers who want to trade, or just give advice to people who are going to become mothers as well, and balancing right there.
Okay, there. Okay, so for people who are still going to become mothers, that's for like pregnant people.
Yeah.
Allow yourself time to heal. Don't just, how do I put this? Don't just jump right in. Like, allow yourself time to heal. Give time for you to bond with your baby and understand your baby and understand your baby's schedule, because babies have schedules that they give you. Like, you don't choose the schedule, unfortunately. Give yourself time to heal and understand that once you are doing something now, you're not only doing it for yourself, but you're doing it for an entire new human being that you have. The most important one is accept that you now have a child, because for me it was hard because I didn't accept right away that now I'm a mother.
Yeah.
And that's why I was forcing myself to work. I was looking at myself as like my old self.
Yeah.
But now there was an entire human being that entirely depended on me, not only financially, but a baby needs you to feed them, you need to bath them, you need to play with them, you need to spend time with them. So for people who are mothers and they want to trade, accept that your child is there. Number one. Number two, give yourself time to heal. And thirdly, commit. That 1 hour that you have when your child is napping, use that time wisely. Don't use it like doing silly stuff. If you really want to learn how to trade, those 30 minutes, those 15 minutes when your child is sleeping, that's the time you actually have. So maximize all the time that you have. Yeah, that's what I can say.
No, all right, guys, I am sitting here with Mbali Moks. You guys can find her on Instagram. Yeah, no, thank you so much.
Thank you.
A big thank you to Excellence, our sponsor for the show, for also making this possible and for bringing your mentors to you guys. And for me, Nqobile Tembane from Top Trader SA, I will see you guys on the next episode. Sharp.
Yeah.
I think that was